We will do Keif against ACCM, and sadly it was overlapping with other series we had going on at that time. So we are now casting the recorded games, and I will always go through the Dark Age. We'll scroll or like fast speed there, and now we will take a look at this best of 5. Again, we had the pick drift, the Civ draft, and yeah, I would say we are just jumping into this game here. I fast forward to minute 13. We're playing the Italians here for ACCM, and we are seeing the Turks for Keif or Keif. I think I would call him Keif, who has a Turks, isn't on stone, and interesting mining camp by him. I don't like that one at all. He's trying to sneak some villagers around. Probably he's hoping for the strength of his light cav here. And yeah, seems like ACM is building a defensive castle heavily onto stone, and now taking the engagement. Not 100% sure if he really wants to take that engagement just shortly before reaching Castle Age. He actually doesn't want to lose his scout, and he is not. So good stuff for him. And it will be an aggression here running around, probably expecting something like a siege workshop, a monastery, and he is now walling his villagers in already. Seems like he was scared of some scouts. Siege workshop and monasteries, indeed. No hype song? No, we had hype video. That will must do this time. And there is the defensive castle. Felt like he needed to do something. There's very open spots, but the attack at the right hand side is still possible. Both going for Bowsaw. A bit of an earlier time here for Keif. And that's a lot of villagers on gold. Obviously the Turks. And a pretty good spot here. Taking a lot of gold. Adding 1 TC is ACCM. And then we will see how will those units really perform against Chinese crossbowmen, against Mongol monks. Not 100% sure how this will really happen, or like how this will really develop. Keif selling 300 food here. Interesting. Well, how does he have so much food? Only 2 farmers. And now wants to go really for the aggression here, it seems. Third monastery added, and ACM is trying to go for a lot of walls. Instant redemption by Keif as well. Let's take a look what they will do. I'm not sure. Chinese crossbowmen shouldn't perform better than crossbowmen against that aggression. I would say small advantage here for our player from Russia, who's now going for sanctity as well. ACM still heavily on stone. Those are only 900 HP houses. Not 100% sure how that will really work out. Trying to close those gaps. Is he speed walling? No, but doesn't really need to. And what does Keif see? Now he sees some walls, but well, he shouldn't be too sad about that. 30 HP on that wall only. And continues with this aggression. ACM now left hand side, already taking a relic. That's ballsy. 1 defensive tower here by ACM. Let's take a look. Ram trying to take care of that wall. And now can they maybe even push in directly and can he maybe snipe those villagers down? 2 low HP ones. 1 is going down first, second one. And he's not getting the tower up and even losing 2 more villagers. What is going on? ACM in a world of trouble, and those are super low HP now as well. 1 HP and 5 HP. Losing 1, the second one could have gotten in some trouble. Chinese crossbowmen now coming here from the side. 7 damage output, 5 range. Let's take a look how well the Mongol will perform. They have more than 40 HP, so that's pretty good. Surviving 1 Mongol shot. But, oh, well, not even franked. 2 tiers, it seems. And now microing quite nicely, staying in minimum range of the mangonel. Let's take a look. But not really getting the damage done, and some kills here as well. This looks somewhat nice for Keif still. Villager count is still very even, no relics being picked off, and yeah, just the fact that villager count is even. What is going on here? Who is on slow insulting there? I have no idea. Okay. And now trying to focus down the other tower. Villager is repairing nicely here, and yeah, I think he should focus on the tower that is already up first. How was your score against Livia and Brighton, by the way? Oh, with Mike, okay. I thought about, what did I drink so much? I forgot about that. Not really, okay. Mangonels, 1-for-1 trade here at the front. Just checking for a small second. If we had any development there in the eco. But ACM, still in a lot of trouble. Facing a lot of monks that have redemption, and conscription. And now let's take a look. Jenny's crossman trying to come around again, trying to split. What are those Mangonels able to do? Could actually even convert those Mangonels. Yeah, they won't do much. And now getting the shots done, trying to run. And surrounded by Mangonels, getting all the converts in. I believe ACCM has no real chance of doing a lot of damage in this game. Oh god, losing another 3, and he is completely out. Look at that. Military count is now 14-6. Only 3 Mangonels still going ham at his TC. Just needs to micro back with his Mangonels. Can go for the convert as well. Didn't even lose one. Still 2 villagers around to go for the convert. Monks need to be micro back by Keif here, and he does exactly that. This is looking so good for Keif. ACM just has very little control over this map, and military count just so brutal. And this looked like a very successful monk rush. Yeah, some monk losses here and there, but still, the castle placement didn't help out against the push from the right hand side. And after that, well, the answers weren't really there. Feels like January's crossman, not really the answer here to Mangonel monk rush, kind of what we feared before. And this has to be the first game for Keif himself. Point lead is just incredibly high here, and losing so much of his food eco already. Now trying to migrate? Where is he trying to go to? What is ACCM's plan? Okay, he's building a castle very aggressively. Does Keif maybe have a mangonel? No. Okay. So that castle will go up, but what then? Like, he doesn't have any villagers working anymore. That's so weird. Keif now buying 600 stone. Actually only 400 for now. We'll convert another mangonel. I have no idea why ACM is still building mangonels. And there will be so many dead villagers. Let's take a look at that. 40 villagers for now, but oh god. And they will lose so many HP here every single shot. Even going for some ground attacks, could go for some converts as well. Well, he is in. And maybe those crossbowmen can do something, but people just build a defensive castle. And then he still Turks. And those Janissaries can still do a reasonable defense as well. Actually, more villagers survived than I would have thought. Not the greatest mic through here by Keif. Not taking care about that too well, but yeah, just look at that. It's just horrible for ACCM's eco. Oh man. Pop 70 against Pop 45 as well. Weirdly enough, still not a single relic picked up by Keif. And he doesn't have the greatest eco either, but ACCM is tapping this one out. So, successful monk rush. ACCM, what was he expecting? That he thought January's crossbowman was the right choice. Did he expect like a light Keif monk aggression or something? That's the only thing that he's actually good against. Interesting stuff. Achievements. Keif getting obviously the Teuton and building stress 12 even. Conrad's only 5, but that was mainly Mongols. Killed a lot of towers, killed too many farms. TCs. Very crisp start and ACCM really felt like or looked like he didn't have a lot of ideas on how to play this one. Early GG. Well, he still had nobody's just working, right? So somewhat tough for him. How's ACCM's history on Arena? I don't remember him being a great Arena player. So, don't really know. Should have walled Teuton at the edge of the map and waited for disconnect. Maybe that could have been a strategy, but I believe in 2018 that strategy isn't as good as in like 2002. But it was super likely that your angry mother just came over and unplugged your modem. Hitler must be proud of Keif right now. He should be. Like, who is Hitler in that case? Is he like the inbreed of the evil Arena players? Something like that, right? Like the personification of an Arena player is Hitler. Something like that. Mother coming over to unplug modem. Do you have any stories on that? It was more my father. But yeah, that happened. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. We are jumping in this game a bit earlier than I thought. Because I was watching it in like 8 times speed. But it's worth to jump in. Because we have ACCM playing the Teutons against Keif playing the Japanese. And look at that. We have something special going on here. So let's jump into game number 2. ACCM, after an unsuccessful game number 1, is now trying to go for the tower rush. 4 on stone, 3 on wood, some still on food, 1 on gold actually. That's a bit surprising to me. And now trying to go for the tower rush. And I don't like that placement too much. I think he needs another tower before that, right? And that tower isn't working. Like, if I'm correct, towers only work if there's 1 gate included, right? Why am I confused? When is the new remaster of this game coming? Not too soon. The remastered of the game before that is coming on the 20th of April. So the remastered of this won't be out in 2018, most likely. Okay, Keif now up to feudal age as well. Let's take a look. How will he react to that strategy? Trying to wall off that front. Double bit axe even. That's interesting. Is he giving up on the fast castle? Now that's a weird choice by Keif. Okay, going for the deer in the back here. Isn't really on stone either. Where's this other stone spot? 1 over here. And Oh, both actually over here at the left-hand side. Okay, that's somewhat interesting. Look at that! He just lacks 100 food now. So weird. Why did he do the wood upgrade? That's pretty weird. Okay. Next tower coming up. And well, Keif will click up at a reasonable time still, but yeah, that was a weird decision. ACCM, well, he has 80 food at the moment. It's trying to get up with some more farmers, and Keif clicks up. What is the plan of ACCM now? I don't understand this, and why is he on gold as well? So many weird questions here for me, and well, that tower is... Oh, that tower actually could work, yeah. Now he could jump over. Okay. Ah, ACCM was streaming, and I'm getting from ACCM's point of view, so we are getting his Twitch chat displayed here as well. Oh, that's interesting, okay. Nobody's casting this? Well, I'm casting this 3 hours into the future. Look at that, interesting. Walling in between the houses as well with some palisades, so that they cannot tower jump. Can he not jump over here now? I'm a bit surprised by that. And ACM trying to get his eagle rolling. Didn't push his deer. Now that's weird as well. And another tower. What will Keif do? Most likely he will just go for some siege workshop and try to defend with some Mongols. Should be the somewhat safe choice. Needs to clear up all those villagers, and no archers even. Now that's getting interesting. Is he adding more villagers on gold? Yeah, I don't really like his mining camp. Going for town wards. What does ACCM see now? He sees a siege workshop reaction. And what is his plan? In-house for now? Not the greatest plan ever, but well, who am I to judge? And now that's a risky tower. You should see the siege workshop. Oh god, he could lose everything. Oh, I'm not sure if that's... Oh... Okay, well, tower will get up in time. Oh, that surprised me. Like, Keif could have had the Mongol in time. Same time, going for aggression here. Losing houses isn't really a concern for Keif here. Oh, let's take a look. Oh, getting quite some arrows out here against the Mongol, and that's a big problem against the Teuton tower rush. Like, so many arrows, and he could easily kill those villagers. Let's take a look. 24 HP here, not focusing down on that one, focusing down on the other one. I'm trying to go for some repair. Villager number 1 is down. That villager was still in focus, but sent back, and Keif. Oh, Teuton tower rush. Seems to be the new winning strategy here, and cannot really do something against that. And as we pointed out before, has 2 unfortunate stone spots. Trying to go for the boom now, and lumber camp here at the side. Not 100% sure why he's building a lumber camp over here, honestly. Like, it's the next tower is just very close by. He will build a tower over here, and then he needs to run again. I think I would have built way further back, or maybe even here at the top. Look at that, you could even lose some villagers on the very short distance here. Uh-oh. Leaving some villagers, and indeed, that's a great tower placement by ACCM. It's crawling forward, but he can still save his villagers. I would love to see them on the other side. Now they could lose their lives, oh god. That's what I meant with positioning differently. And what are we seeing here? No advancement. Scout very idle at this side. Mangonels. I have 7 range against the 9 range here. Okay, he's just fighting the tower down first. Just make towers, okay. 3 Mangonels now, they will perform pretty well. What is ACCM focusing on? Right hand side Mangonel. Okay. ACM. Oh, going for the +1 defense. Is he going for scouts? Oh, that's something I didn't expect at all. How many scouts does he have? 3 scouts out already. That's a solid food eco. Interesting. Okay, and that will be a big surprise for those Magnots. More towers. Okay, let's take a look. What can those Magnots do? And what's the update on the scouts? Now they are coming in, and yeah, Keif has no idea about that. Well, it's close to the TC, but there aren't a lot of villagers around. Let's take a look. It's important that he is not eating any ground attacks here, and that is a good surprise attack here by ACCM. We'll get a tower up at the side here as well. Got one Mangonel. Is trying to go for the second one. Has a +1 defense upgrade clicked before, but now seems like he cancelled that one. And those aren't going up. Mangonels are getting lower and lower, but didn't get all of them in the end. And still 3 Mangonels out. Oh, I have to give a small advantage still to Keif. But those towers are getting up, and it's getting more and more annoying for Keif for sure. Let's take a look. ACCM needs to pull back those villagers. Maybe just a tower in between makes a bit more sense. How are we looking at stone? We still have a solid 500 stone left to mine, and the second spot is over here, so all reasonable. Can get onto that. Keif doesn't have a lot of map control at the moment. Now sending over some archers just to get more arrows out of his towers. Let's take a look. Oh god, so many villagers repairing here, and what an entertaining game. It's pure madness here, and more scouts coming over. Trying to go for the repair, but just running around. And Keif, he isn't really getting the resources at the moment. Look at that, 5 Mangonels now. And those scouts, are they efficient? They really are scary for the Mangonels. Let's take a look. Oh, that tower isn't focusing on the right thing. Oh god. Important to split now. Doesn't really not want to lose all his 3 scouts. Would be so deadly for him. 4th scout even, and he's continuing to go for them. So would love to see Bloodlines and a +1 defense. At the same time, yeah, that's a good tower that I like. And killing 1 Mangonel. We can focus some of the villagers down. So many more arrows flying. He needs to repair some as well. Another ground attack missed. Could maybe focus even down on the scorpions now. Villagers down to very low HP as well. ACM running. He's not focusing enough. He's killing the house way too often. Could have done so much more damage. That tower of ACCM seems to be going up. Another waste of the scouts. If he only had Bloodlines and +1 defense would be so worth it. And that's a good tower now for ACCM as well. Archers now crawling forward. But very low HP already. Take a look, can he focus down some of the villagers that are trying to get the repairs in? Seems like he's stabilized. And that is a super entertaining game so far. ACM just going crazy, now has enough resources to click up any second, trying to get a market up. And then he's in a fine position. And still, no stone, 1 gold spot blocked. And ACM still with a lot of control. And if he gets Botkin Arrow, then he will do enormous damage against all those Mangonels, and the range will be so much better. Keif now going for a 30C, very open spot here. And maybe, yeah, just a possibility to go for Knights. Oh, finally a good ground attack. Could be very nice as well for ACCM. And it's impossible, absolutely impossible for Keif to wall that or that part in the next seconds, minutes. Second stable, Bloodlines, but still no defense upgrades. Trying to debate a bit. What Hippo is so beautiful. Can't see Hippo at the moment. Oh, another sneaky tower. And that's what I said with the Slumber Camp. Look at that. Even the villager dying. Oh, ACCM needs to run. I'm helping out, but I'm not clicking fast enough. Oh! Scout coming in again. Oh god, the repair is just so real. I think it should maybe just focus on the scorpions first, then the villagers, then the mangonels. Oh, not 100% sure. Okay, how much stone does ACCM have? Is it possible to build a castle? Not really. 50 stone on the left, not on that one. So he's probably going for siege and knights as well. And Keif, 10 villagers ahead. Solid defense by him. I think ACCM could have done a bit of a better job if focused a bit better. Oh, and those not. Oh, if only those scouts had +1 defense as well. God damn it. It's so important against the TC fire before. Now trying to run in. Well, that's not really going to work. And now that's closed. Okay, what is ACCM's plan now? He could go for somewhat of a boom. Excess idle villagers maybe. He could maybe fall back and try to get all the relics as well. He could go for some siege himself. I think that could be a good option. Just some... Oh! How did that villager... Oh, that was her getting attacked and then being forced around and she ended over there. Sweet stuff. Nice quick wall by Keif. I see, yeah, he cannot really do anything. Okay, we get 1 mangonel probably. Oh, maybe even more. Oh, not focusing the right units. Aye. Oh, not sure if he should really go for the monk there. I think he just should have maybe focused down 1 mangonel and then returned. Oh, but... It's a very scary. Let's take a look, Keif. Nice ground attack here. Nice ground attack by him. Mangonel still very low. He gets 2 hits on those and that one. Get the top one. Oh, why is he running back? Okay. And that's a sneaky tower and completely walled. So those villagers won't do much. Actually, he didn't need to wall it because we're Teutons. And in Castle Age, so we already have mod ults. So yeah, I would have been more than welcoming villagers running there and trying to kill the tower from short distance. Barracks now, and a forced CC. Oh, that tower was denied. 95%. Probably will finish. Oh, I know ACCM, he will just send some villagers over a bit later. The Japanese have a good unit for the Teuton Knights. Well, I heard their halberdiers aren't bad. And monks. But, well, with this ground attacks at the moment, it's just doing fine with mangonels and scorpions as it seems. Now walling up everything. Beautiful play here by Keif. Trying to go for the repair, for the converts. Actually gets one. That tower won't go up and... Well, ACCM, he needs to transition into boom. He only has 2 TCs so far. And is 14 villagers behind. So there's a lot of map control. But that's it for him. Oh, more villagers? Hello. Not 100% sure what the plan of those were. Trying to sneak around and get some gold or stone. Now he's fighting. Oh, ambitious. Hold over here. ACCM scout that one. Okay, going for scouts now. Oh, that's interesting. I think he just should have, like, maybe... a triple surprise stable from the back? I'm not sure. You can still fail with that one. Why is ACCM still building more knights? Finger, thank you so much. Siege workshop even. Oh, that's interesting. We're trying to go for those monks now. Getting 2 monks, getting 3 monks, could even get... Well... Oh, that's interesting now. Needs to micro that villager. Oh, okay. That's the end of her dreams. But their Mongol will probably go down as well. At the same time, some defense here. Those knights did nothing. Trying to go for some more houses. And he's really trying to put on a stranglehold. Nearly love emote. We'll get one. I have one more spot, I believe, at the moment. I believe he wanted to go for nearly cry though. And that will be a very good tower. Oh boy. And housing him quite a bit. Keif won't have much control, and well, that's one goal of his gold spots. Where's his second gold? In the back there. Oh, that's his main gold. Just focus on the monks, and you're super fine. Indeed, good job. Now you could go for some raids. Even for guard tower. Now, isn't that interesting? Oh, built that tower a bit too close. TC can actually fire it down, but yeah, just build one tile over to the right hand side, and you're super fine. ACCM playing it with 3 TCs now. Let's take a look at what Keif is planning to go for. He's still queuing up more monks. How much gold will he have left? 1.2k, like 2k gold in general, like overall. Interesting. Relic count still 0-0, castle count 0-0. Trying to find some openings here is ACCM still. Keif going for the pikeman upgrade. And losing one more monk. This is such an interesting game. Really love me some tower rush games. ACCM sending some villagers forward. What is that all about? He is up to Imperial Age. This crazy tower rush do enough damage to Keif. Did stranglehold him enough? Oh, villagers need to go back. Oh, but well, he did cancel the tower and lost the villager. Where are those villagers going to? Or did they? Ah, they just want to get another mining camp. Okay, that's a lot of crossbowmen, or like archers for now. So pikemen could get countered quite nicely, monks could get countered quite nicely. And Keif is showing a lot of his hand, showing that he clicked the pikeman upgrade there as well. And indeed, ACCM is going for the crossbowmen now. Now that's something we don't see too often. A Teuton going for crossbowman here? Huh. And well, that scope is on an adventure trip. Crossbowman trying out micro, but whoop, didn't really happen. Extra gold spot here. The other one over here at the left hand side. Yeah, there's no special arena map. Oh, and those Mongols in scope, well, can they maybe get some ground attack? Well, still got one knight, that's the best they could hope for. That was just super bad. Remember guys, it's still open, and now the pikeman push is coming. And, well, that shouldn't do too much, right? Or like, there should be a lot of losses here. I don't think he should really send in his monks. Just focus on the monks now. One down. And ACCM is up, is now going for chemistry, so yeah, his tech is most likely going to be hand cannoneers. And knights should just come over. We can focus on all the pikemen. Why aren't the pikemen in the ram? Now focus down the monks. I believe that's not a very efficient clear up here by Keif. Yeah, maybe we will eventually clear it up, but there will be a lot of losses here of the rams. Just kill that ram, and now focus down the monks with the towers. Yeah, ACCM is doing that perfectly. And that wasn't great for Keif at all. Chemistry coming, and I believe now could maybe even be the time. Look at that! No more pikemen out. ACCM could just move in and just kill everything. And this could be the game ending. That's losing all the rams, all the monks, all the pikemen, and suddenly military count. It was heavily in favor for Keif, and now very even. 20 more pop for Keif though. Let's take a look at his resources. How is he looking when it comes to Imperial Age? 500 food, 250 gold. And how much gold does he have left here? Not even 400. So he really needs to expand. So yeah, I can see why he was trying to push out there. Trying to get to the stone, trying to get to the gold. Yeah, tough spot for him. Pikeman production continues. Monastery continues as well, and more rams. But oh god, Teutonic Knights could be just so good. Where's the third gold spot of Keif? Am I confused? I missed that one. Oh, seems like I already got it. Okay, next try, and that one will be a bit more efficient. Keif now going for the real numbers. But what can he do against hand cannoneers and a castle? Not really that much. Teutonic Knights will just be incredible against pikemen and rams, and that's a lot of rams. So look at that, triple siege workshop rams. A lot of crossbowmen out as well. But ACM needs to start the production of his Teutonic Knights. He needs to get something against the rams. But he killed so many of the pikemen before they will actually reach the target. That's just brutal. That's just brutal. Let's take a look. ACM, what is he doing out of his castle? Indeed. Queuing up the Teutonic Knights. Has he shot bombard cannon coming over as well. Keif not going onto the Imperial Age. Now probably switching into crossbowmen and skirmishers. Yeah, mainly skirmishers. No gold income for him at all. Look at that. It's dry now. The tower is still doing some work. And bombard cannons doing some damage from a long distance. Whew. Scum production running heavily. Villager count pretty even for both. And now look at that, that's a lot of army still. But ACM can just run, camp it out. And he just, yeah, must defend this one push, and then he won the game. He has enough bombard cannons, now deleting the walls. It's still a solid 7 rams, so they can do some damage, but the castle is just doing so much damage close to it. The tower is doing some damage as well. Rams are not really closing down the distance, and this has to be the GG. ACM taking a beautiful game number 2 here. The Rams not really knowing what to do with their lives. So many hand cannoneers doing the damage from behind. Population 20 more for ACM, and GG. Keif is tapping this one out. The score puts us to 1-1 then, and that was a very interesting game. It somewhat felt like Keif played this well with all the siege, but against Teutons it's just so tough, so many arrows flying, and ACM didn't play it perfectly. And yeah, just unfortunate map here. It was 1 gold to the front, 2 golds. Let me just reload this map just quickly. And where was the other gold spot? It was here in the back. And yeah, okay, I screwed up. Now we can't look into the statistics of the game, but yeah, you all saw what was going on. So yeah, nice game indeed. Pretty happy with that. You think we will see Saracens in Masters of the Arena? I haven't looked through all the settings. Well, there are some team random civilizations, right? So it's an option. But yeah, there won't be in the 8 picked civilizations for sure. Not consistently. Okay, so I will take a small bathroom break and we will be back in, I would say, less than 2 minutes. Or actually I ate a lot, maybe 3 minutes. And then we will see. Game number 3, the last one with the picked civilizations. Then we go into the choice of Franks, Vikings, Franks, Vietnamese, and Mongols. And game number 5, if we go that far, would be Team Random Civilization. Stay tuned. Well, guys, I hope you can still see me. I should do a video for that. How to lose 3 kilograms in 3 minutes. Pretty proud of myself. But I'm so thin now. I don't want to know that. Happens. Nobody 41. You're a weird guy. You're a very weird guy. A very weird guy. Because, yeah. Guys, tell me, why is he so weird? You have been told. Okay. Okay, because we are jumping into game number 3, and it will be, indeed, the civilization that ACCM was not hoping for. With his Britons. Or maybe he was hoping for it. I should ask him afterwards. And to Civ that nobody 41 was absolutely hoping for. The Saracens. And that's with an early uptiming. Look at that as well. ACCM playing with 11:24. And over here we have an uptime pop 23 for Keif. And yeah, horrible building placement here. And we'll sell double stone. And that will be the real smash. The Saracen Monk Rush, I assume. Even going for... Why is he going for double bit X again? He doesn't have enough food. This would be pop 23 plus 2. Interesting. Selling stone, buying food. And that's a mistake to buy food there. That's just... Well, with Saracens that's not as bad, but I still believe it's a mistake, yeah. Interesting mining camp. I like actually that one. Like, I would have always built it here, but that one is maybe even a bit better. Okay, how many villagers is he sending now? That's a solid uptime. Look at that. 1359 castle age. Interesting indeed. Oh. And around to see with houses. What? ACM going for stable. Keif sending a villager out with low HP. Is he trying to get... Oh, that's a sneak villager. Oh, how is he doing a sneak villager? Look at that. 2 wolves waiting for him. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Prepare to 90 boosts in the chat, guys. Oh, will he save him? I'm not sure if arena players are used to those situations. He could save him. Oh, one palisade wall, and nearly Craigasm. Nice save here. Well, that was a screwed up, but still, just use the scout. And yeah, he saved the villager against 2 wolves here. Yeah, the scout helped out, but that was a nice move by him. And let's see if he survives this 3rd one. Because that's the scout. Why is he not even a scout there? That's so weird. And okay. Now the street workshop before, and yeah, pop 25 house, solid stuff. Monastery at home. Now that's interesting. And 40 HP for him, 45 for ACCM. Geez, let's take a look if he wants to take the engagement. ACCM certainly wants to take the engagement. He just should run back, get some healing. Double monastery at home. That's weird for me. Like, why would he build an aggressive siege workshop? Still pop 25, build a house, goddamn. Getting aggressive here. I am. Keif is getting aggressive as well. And ACM scout the forward. Pre-quarterfinal. Yeah, round of 16. That's how it's called. or the 8th final, right? Yeah, don't reseed farms. I think he really shouldn't. But he should build houses, god damn it. Okay, now healing the scout. Just too much food. I'm not sure if you need a single village on food, honestly. You can just buy food. Just leave like 2 on berries and that's fine. Now Sanctity come in. And yeah, next time I will download from someone that I know isn't streaming. And he can read all that during the game as well, right? That's so weird. Okay, ACM going for some walls. And for 4 light Keif here. Interesting stuff. And let's take a look how well he will get the converts done. Sees that light Keif tech is there. So now he's going back with his monks. Should maybe wall those monks and maybe send the Mongol back as well. What can he really do? Let's go into his point of view. And he is pretty close to an instant convert. Nice house wall. And blocking that one off, but only got 1 convert. Okay. It was a tough situation for him, having both of them very clumped up. Yeah, he's housed every single pop. Look at that. Was housed pop 25, 30, and now at 35. That's so bad. Oh, look at that. Oh. Okay. Warsaw now. What's Keif's plan? He lost the ram, he lost the Mongol. ACM at the same time, 1 extra TC, 2 extra TCs. He's ahead by 5 villagers. Looks solid for him. Would be another loss of an arena player to one of the, well, versatile players. Let's call him that way. Not really a Arabia player. ACM can do quite a bit. Oh, now let's take a look. Going for some converts. Say ACM gets out. Keif not really happy. Yeah, moving at the side. Let's take a look. I believe that's not going to work. ACM, that should be a lot of converts against you, or are there? Well, he gets most of the monks and gets 3 converts against him, and should lose that last light Keif. I think that wasn't the best option. ACM now going for fletching, so he will switch into crossbowman. Therefore, we see the addition of Mongols for Keif, who is behind by a solid 10 villagers. And ACM doesn't really want to wall up everything, and is on stone. Let's take a look on how far we're away from building a castle. Well, a solid 400 stone, so. Extra gold for ACCM that he did scout, so good for him. 2 extra gold spots in his base. Just so random. And that light Keif actually getting through and killing a villager, maybe even 2. And maybe even... no, maybe even 2. Oh. And we'll stay at 1. Okay. At the same time... well, light Keif, wow, how are they getting through? Don't really know. Now building a defensive tower. Oh, interesting. Couldn't get the castle up as it seems. That's by his judgment. Same time, Keif. Well, why would you build a farm behind your house when you still have place next to your TC and next to your mill? It's just the weirdest farm. Why not behind here? Oh boy. Okay. Now the reverse of the game before, actually like Mongols again for Keif, towers against for ACM, but suddenly this time in the base of our Vietnamese player, who really needs to send a villager forward, or 3, to get some repair on those magnets. ACM at the same time, still 15 villagers ahead, so that's good for him. And he is slowly but surely getting onto his stone amount for a castle. And well, Keif has to be happy, like he's controlling so much of the gold. Main gold spot number 1, gold spot number 2. He should know about everything. Yeah, so he thinks, okay, this guy shouldn't have any gold, but surprise! Still 2 full gold spots here in the back. It's a solid 4.8k. Never do math on stream. 4.8k, yeah. And ACM, does he really want to micro against those Mangonels here? Oh, I'm not really sure. 4 Mangonels is quite a bit, even if you're Brits. And, well, if you don't micro at all, then it's even tougher. Oh god, ACM losing so much, and yeah, that kind of has to be the game for Keif now. Sick execution of the aggression. We see more Magnets, yeah, we see more Monks as well. And that's a really interesting play here, how Keif is playing this. Every time the Monk rushes, he someone is ignoring. Oh god. The relics nonetheless. Like most people think, okay, if I... Oh god, what is he doing with this crossbow man there? Most of the people think, okay, oh god, oh god, oh god, can he maybe get those villagers? ACCM, he's sending in some light cav trade 1-for-1 with the mangonels. And yeah, he got all of them. So the castle is going up, but, well, is that castle protecting a lot? Not really. ACM still 17 villagers ahead, so... Oh god, nice ground attack there. Okay, and that's a nice stop of the aggression. I think Keif just overcommitted here. Just trying to go in there, trying to get the villagers and end the game. He could have just stayed with the aggression, keep all his army. Oh. Interesting stuff. Okay, and now the crossbowmen obviously doing a great job here. Outranging the Mangonels. Well, but if they're in range, they're doing quite easily though. Light Kev coming over, won't do too much, trying to kill the Monk, actually been pretty successful with that. Losing their lives over here. At the same time, Keif still playing at 1 TC. And still no relics as well. 18 villagers behind, some villagers even at the front, and that looks like ACCM's game. That's funny, I felt like he had such a big army lead over here. And I felt like, okay, ACCM's castle is way too defensively, he could kill that. But then one move in, lost all his Mangonels, lost a lot of Monks, his Spearmen, and suddenly he's sitting there with a very, very little army. And yeah, now lost all his steam, and ACCM can just sit back, and longbows are very good in those situations. It's mainly because ACCM really has 2 extra gold spots though in the back. That's such a big advantage for him. Comeback time indeed. Keif doesn't really know what to do with those 2 villagers. And ACM building another castle, and that's at a very good point or position. And oh well, actually, I would love to see that first. I think he should just delete the house and needs to kill. Yeah, indeed. Well, I wouldn't mind if he converts my villagers now. Like, yeah, you're losing 5 villagers, but you get to castle up? That's a fine trade for me. Yeah, Keif can't do much. It's a retreat. Castle will go up, ACCM 24 villagers ahead, and in a very controlling position in this game. And now Longbowman? They should be super good against all those monks. So does Keif transition somehow? No. Going for wheelbarrow, ACCM. Beautiful positioning of the light cap there as well. And now for the first time Keif is thinking about the relics, but is sending everything to the central monastery? That's not clever. I think he needs to send it back home. Yeah, that's not clever. Oh god, he will lose that monastery at one point. Oh, okay. Keif is now buying himself up to Imperial Age. Probably wants to play this... Bombard cannons? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. ACCM at the same time. I thought he would be the guy going up to Imperial Age a bit earlier. But, well, he's just playing it a bit slower. And just, well, getting some map control himself. Oh, that's a kill. But that relic is getting picked off. I really don't like ACCM's anti-Mongol micro today. He doesn't look on point. Like that as well, like going to the side and splitting and now eating a full shot. What is ACCM doing? Is the lag so big? Russia, Vietnam? Should be used to that. Pretty disappointed. Look at that, and he felt like, okay, I have a timing to push. Only one lumberman left. And the pattern's coming forward. Oh. But ACCM up to Imperial Age as well, has the longman working for him now. And yeah, he should be just fine. And for archery range, so he's adding crossbowmen to those longbowmen. Instead of trying to go for cars and stay longbowmen only. Ah, not spelling around with light cav. Could maybe intercept those as well. Oh, now focusing down on the monk. He has no ballistics though. Uh-oh. And the monk is getting home as it seems. Oh no, he clicked him in the wrong direction. Oh. Oh, still no ballistics. Okay. Monks really counter to archers? No. And Keif GG's. He knows that's just way too much army. I'm playing this one base all in. And yeah, the archers were built to counter the monk rush. He just felt like, okay, maybe I can do it. He was like very one-dimensional here, and ACCM taking the second game in a row. After this crazy tower rush, now a beautiful defense here with the archers, early light cav, and I believe one screw up, where Keif had so much more army and then moved in here, lost everything, and suddenly, yeah, if you have no eco and lose all your army, it's really tough to stay in this game. Achievements. 10 of kills, 13 conversions for Keif. He had such a crisp Dark and Feudal Age though. Could have been even a bit faster if you ask, or like a bit more, a bit better if he delayed the wood upgrade for 40 seconds. But, or like more like a minute. But still, 1359 is something I can absolutely live with. Hitler's no longer proud, probably. Come on, best part about Arena is you don't lose scout to enemy TC. That's true. Did you do it? No, you played 23 plus 2. How far is Mem, by the way? Should maybe check him out as well. We actually kind of want to be in sync, but we didn't talk much during it. And he is...
It's 3 million speed.
At the same score, at the same time. So that's pretty sexy. That's exactly how we wanted it. Good guys, ACCM now has 2 match points. The next map, number 4, will be Arena. Surprise, surprise! And we are... Is Keif? Oops. Okay. Well, no, never mind. So, on this game number 4, we had the choice of Vietnamese, Mongols, and Franks. And it seems like both players kind of agreed on playing Mongol's Mirror. And both went up to feudal age this at the same time, but Keif kind of added scouts and the wood upgrade again, but was short of gold, and therefore his, well, he needs to produce 2 more villagers. Was kind of weird. And ACCM is playing this with the defensive castle Keif at the same time. We still don't know. It looks more like a siege workshop monk kind of play, trying to control the area with his scouts. ACCM very low with his one though. Did he kill the starting scout? It's a bit like it. Sorry for the fast scrolling, but well, pretty sure it was the starting scout killed here. ACCM building the castle. Keif looks more like he wants to boom here. Well, that's interesting. Instantly sees the castle, so he has all the intel in the world. Question is, how will he react? We see loom and bowsaw. ACCM 1 extra TC by him. And Keif. Oh, you could actually build like 2 extra TCs here. Well, that's somewhere in nowhere's land. It's 1 tile away from the wood. It's not directly at the berries. It's 2 tiles away from gold. I'm not sure if I like that one. And here I would have loved... not happy with his TC placements. But, well, happens. Happens. Scout of Keif now in. Did get 1 kill. Are there any low HP villagers? Let's take a look. Oh, this one's 7 HP, the rest is all full. So, won't really happen. Monastery. Now for ACCM as well. Monastery for Keif as well. Wants to get some control of the relics. Map of ACCM, quite reasonable. Now adding another TC. For how many Mangolais is he going? 1 for now, no fletching so far. Keif triggers nearly. Well, somewhat, right? Oh, was he trying to debate with the farm? And the arena player will bite the dust. We will see. Still 2 more games to go. Oh, for Keif. And even then, we are now in the double elimination phase. So he will just drop down to the loser brackets. He won't be out of the game. Out of the tournament, I mean. Keif just going full boom. Well, he did add some monks, did get 1 monastery, one relic already. Take a look if you can get some converts. Not 100% sure. Now picking up relic, more mango dice for him. Still only with fletching around. And ooh, Keif will probably lose that scout. Maybe could try to suicide on the monk. He needs 3 hits there, but it shouldn't really happen. So yeah, he's just running. And now he's way too low HP. Just go home. Maybe try to debate the Mongol into some converts, but even that's not going to happen as well. Keif, 12 more villagers for him. And he seems to be pretty fine with how this game is going so far. The question is now, will ACCM build some patterns? And indeed he is. Expensive siege workshop now. That's still open, building a stone wall. And even going for force TC. Interesting stuff. And Keif trying to snag 2 more relics. Let's take a look. Does he see both of them? Yes, he does. Look at that. He only wants to take 1, and the rest are there for potential conversions. And what does ACCM see? He saw both of them, so he should know that they are picked up now. And look at that, Keif. He knows that picking 2 relics is just too risky. And he's just trying to escort one of them home. Same time, ACCM, he has no idea that he will just run into walls here. And won't be really happy with that. But well, just expand it a bit more. Into a bit more map control, a bit more overall map vision. But yeah, pretty ugly if he gets converted. 20 more villagers now for Keif though. Could this just boom maybe pay off? Yeah, really pressed back against the wall. And next relic for ACCM. So it will be 3 relics for ACCM and 2 relics for Keif, something Keif can absolutely live with, knowing that he has 20 more villagers, so he just needs to defend this. ACCM actually still heavily onto stone as it seems. Could build a second castle, but where really? Probably over in this area where we have the 2 gold spots, where he has the stone spots. But not the greatest situation for him. And to get some more walls up, and his eco is just so far behind. Now building a siege workshop. Not sure if I like that. At the same time, Keif just keeps his eco rolling. We'll build a castle as well, and then most likely we'll be up to Imperial Age a bit faster, and the trap tennis should go in his favor. Only good thing is that Keif at the moment only has access to 1 stone spot. So maybe if ACCM is controlling that and maybe can repair the castles a bit better, that could be an option for him. But we will see about that in the long run here. Villager now coming to the front. I'm not 100% sure what she was trying to achieve here. And now running over.
Timo.
Still trying to debate. Well, no ballistics, so she will be safe for now. There's a lot of houses where I normally would have loved to see a castle maybe being built. Love that he's pulling them in a block as well. And defensive monastery, look at that. Trying to ungather most likely here. And we'll send them back ACCM with a solid 50% Imperial Age already. And Keif just clicking up later. 25 second deficit, but a solid more than 30 villager advantage for him. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, so it will be ACCM having a tiny bit of a timing. Has way more army. But Keif will just chill back, will get his army out, and yeah, he just has so many options because his eco is so much better. And ACCM, he stays on 3 TCs. I think going for a force 1 could really help out. Mongolites or Mongols in general don't really work that well when it comes to the low eco play. You really need to have a lot of support. Did he forget about that monastery? Weird. I think I'd rather ACCM go with Mongols and Rams after the Peddards. What? I'd rather see. Yeah, I think he should have done more pressure, yeah. That's for true. Especially against civilization that doesn't have redemption. I hope so. Mongols? They don't have redemption, right? I think so. And another... He forgot about that monastery! So funny! He cannot have a big screen resolution. If he was over here and didn't see the monastery? Like, how do you need to position yourself? Like, you need to click them. That's just weird. Okay, well. Okay, I see I'm getting some kills now at the front. Racer coming now, and let's take a look. Trap tennis should start pretty soon. And control over all those gold spots. Archery range, stable, university. Trying to raid some of those extra gold spots here, but no one really out there yet. And Keif, what did he go for? Only 2 magnets. For a small second I felt like, okay, maybe he went on to orange attack. The moment his resources look like he could click it. Not 100% sure he's going for elite Mangudai or monitors. I believe elite Mangudai is just so much better at this point. I wouldn't reset these farms and build a castle here, but well, he's just building them very defensively as it seems. Even more defensively. And finally, elite Mangudai upgrade is coming. And to quickly get the third castle up as well. We'll lose that blacksmith at the front, therefore he's building one in the back. All the map control in the world for him. Military advantage still 35. So that's pretty significant for him. He's building the third castle here. And yeah, still not having control over those gold spots. So that's pretty ugly for him. And still lacking 1 stone spot as well. At the moment. Keif. Huh. Not having the real amounts. Losing to Mangolots. Military count still better for ACM, but ACM doesn't have the upgrades. +3/+1. On the other side we have +3/+1, but getting 2 more defensive upgrades. Ballistics now for ACM, that's good for him, and elite Mangudais are still lacking for ACM as well. Where are the traps? Third castle now for ACM as well. I think I could have even accepted it a bit further forward. Well, ballistics now for Keif as well. And that's the so-called calm before the storm, guys. Both players massing up, trying to go to elite Mangudais. Probably still, even on Mongol Kingdoms, one of the most cost-efficient units in the game. And Keif now, with his good eco, is able to switch onto light cav as well. Want to see him go for some stables, and yeah, that's just if you have hustlers together with your elite Mangudais. That just makes it so much easier. Sniping onagers, sniping traps, just having some buffer in the front, and you're not always losing your Mangudais whenever you're engaging. Keif just staying very relaxed still, and is now expanding to that side. Let me take a look. Does ACM know what's going on there? No, he has very little vision. He's now sending some villagers over on the stone. Oh, and this could be the first Mangudai engagement. Ooh, let's take a look. ACM isn't putting on so much pressure, right? Yeah, he's never really taking the castle. That's the first time he's taking the castle. But he was lacking the upgrades as well. Oh, let's take a look. This could now pretty soon be the first big engagement, and maybe the game-ending engagement if it goes horribly for ACM. Let's take a look. Monk's not getting the converts in. Nell not really shooting. It's +4 against +2. The patrol is going very bold steep here for Keif. I'm not 100% sure if that was a perfect choice. Trap still not getting attacked, and this looks like a very even trade, I have to say. It seems like both players kind of losing everything here. Oh god, this is so incredibly close. Keif is still trying to micro. It feels like ACM had a small advantage. God, that was so close. 1 castle lost, and Keif, well, if he lost the castle anyways, he maybe should have waited for his hussars to really help out. And his extra gold spot. That was so close. Oof. ACCM had a decent trade. I think he could take down the castle at least. Well, that's so good for him. It's like, oh, petards? Why do we see petards? Oh, some raids over here. It's good for Keif. Keif just needs to camp, needs to get more Mongol out, and if he snipes down those castles, he's just in a perfect position. Maybe get 2-3 more monks as well. I'm not sure if that's the best engagement for him here. Oh, but Keif is now retreating and loses some Mongol on the retreat. Oh god. Can ACCM still do this? It's so weird. Keif is ahead. Solid 40 pop. But ACCM is just having the better units here. Elite Mango dice. Okay, now the big engagement together with Hussars. They have +2. Remember guys, 117 HP here. Let's take a look. Can ACCM take this down? 1.6k HP on this castle. Most of the Mango dice here taking a pretty good engagement. +1 defense for ACCM. He's switching on to Mango dice as well. Keif, I'm not 100% sure. ACCM just is very clumped up here. I have no idea who's winning this. It's looking pretty tight again. It feels like ACCM is winning, but I have no real idea. This castle is going down, so it's now one castle only for a Mongols player. That's not a really good sign. And the traps are now sniping down the Mongolites as well. ACCM is sending in more and more. Can he really do this? It feels a bit like a roll-in. He is 30 pop behind, but still he's putting on the pressure. What are we witnessing, guys? So sick, and no Mongolites left, no more Mongolites left here for Keif. And all of them, like every Mongolite lost now, is just so costly. I wouldn't even mind keeping the traps there and killing all the stables and archery rangers first. But yeah, you can also go for the castle snipe. He needs to go on to Hussars himself. Let's take a look, and he has so much gold as well. Light cavalry for ACCM now, and he has... How many castles does he have? 4 castles and so much gold. A solid amount of farmers now slowly, and this is just looking so good for ACCM. I believe Keif just didn't wait long enough. Just sort of chilled a bit more, and then he could have, well, probably would have went down to 1 castle, but he could have cleared up everything, and now he's even heavily housed, and that's just perfect for ACCM because he can catch up quite nicely. Keif now 155 out of 155 and cannot take the engagement. Remember guys, oh well, that's still all for Keif, so that's pretty good for him. And guys trying to go in. Oh god, that's a bit of an overextension. I'm not 100% sure if that's really what he wants to go for. Oh god, ACCM, please don't throw the game here. So many elite skirmishes are around, and Hussars, the trash against the Mongol is not the worst thing ever. But once Hussars of ACCM are out there as well, it looks pretty good for him. And Keif no bloodlines, he has bloodlines. Yeah, those players have bloodlines. And now most of the skirmish is dying, and for the first time in forever, we have ACCM actually with a higher population in Keif. What is going on here? Seems like he just wasn't patient enough. Yeah, he would have taken always some losses, but his ego was just so superior. That's something he should have known. And GG, well played. Another arena player failing to impress, and Keif is dropping down to the loser bracket. Interesting stuff here. And ACCM now advancing. Congrats to him. Why didn't focus on the traps earlier? Well, if you focus with your Mango dice on the traps, you will lose all your Mango dice, and your enemy will still have all his Mango dice. So, yeah. Then you can never come back. You need to attack your enemy Mango dice. It's more important. Oh. Was Keif missing Thumping? Why are you all asking me all the upgrades? And he had Thumping and Patient Tactics. He had all the upgrades. It was just very close, guys. A good series. A very good series here for sure. Let's take a look at the achievements. ACCM's KD just so good. Pessimistic did everything into Mongol, and Keif did some other stuff as well. Do you think he should have made counter traps? Yes. Counter traps could have bought him some more time for sure.